It's recording. It's live.
We are live.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Around the Lunch Table, episode...
60. Welcome back, Slapped it. What was that?
I changed it up.
Oh, okay. I like it. It's good.
What the fuck?
It threw me for a loop.
But here's the thing. Even before, I also had a few different intros. I used to do an animal.
That's true. No, I like the switcheroo.
I just decided to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, you threw me a
back,
curveball.
ladies
I like
and gentlemen, to another edition of Around the Lunch Table, episode
65.
You said that different. You're throwing
I'm
me for a
I'm
loop.
just a little bit under.
You can't say anything. Yeah, but I'll go back. You fucking.
I felt like that intro made it sound like we have like a, it's not a bow tie, but you know when they have like it's like a tablecloth. It's like a big tie. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They wore them in like the 1800s. It was like a
the white things they would stuff in their, or it was in the jacket kind
no,
of. Yeah.
that's a doily. That's what they put.
No, that's a pocket square. I'm not talking about a pocket
No,
square.
okay. I'm talking about it's like a big triangle and it goes.
I know what you mean, and it goes. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
What are those called?
I don't know because
Oh.
I've never seen anyone wear them.
I feel like old shit's coming back. Like that old.
Like what?
I mean, okay. If I was,
I feel like crop tops for guys. No,
I say-
that old is not coming back. What are you talking about?
I'm
People aren't
saying,
wearing
like-
Benjamin Franklin 2 shoes.
kind of, some rappers are rocking it, dude, with no socks. The Ben Franklin 2s.
I don't think Balenciagas can be classified as bringing back a Victorian. Actually, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we all go back to our roots for ideas.
I guess.
Let's go to the sponsors first.
Yeah, for fuck.
Yeah.
First of all, I almost just completely didn't do it. That would have been the first time too. First and foremost, want to thank our sponsors, beginning with Aperture Oceans, bringing ideas and ads
to life.
Also wanted to shout out to Liv Stallion, LIVSTALLION on Instagram.
Tamed.
I was gonna do that.
I was trying to do it right as you said
Well,
it.
I
So
was
that it was
gonna-
in the background. Okay, try again.
No, I'm not doing it. Never
No,
be
please,
tamed.
please. Never be tamed.
Our friend Brandon Bodiato has an amazing wellness and fitness page. Streams Monday through Friday. You can look it up on Instagram, or you can look him up at Brandon Bodiato. That's Brandon spelled the usual way, BATTIATO.
Yes, and our newest sponsor, I want to bring up Got Moles. If you have Got Moles in the Puget Sound area, servicing all the way from northern Seattle to southern Tacoma, Got Moles, guaranteed service will make sure you got no moles. No mo.
And guaranteed legal
Guaranteed.
genocide.
You know the thing about moles is that they don't actually it's just cosmetic.
Okay,
what I'm saying?
I feel
It
like, okay,
is.
I feel like gophers do more damage than moles do.
Well, go first. The curveballs, we learned that, right?
I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they sling the dirt. The mole goes straight up from the. And what little feisty creatures. But what I'm saying is
but they're fucking scary looking too. I mean,
a lot
they're
of
big.
the animals that we kill by the droves are simply for cosmetic purposes.
I would not
because you don't
I
want
would-
your lawn to
I
look
would
like shit.
argue actually moles and gophers alike are not just they're not just cosmetic. They
I
fuck
mean,
up
if
the
you
ground.
have a garden, yes, but
They fuck up the ground in general. It's unlevel. It's not.
yeah, but your backyard doesn't need to be level half the time.
Yeah, but if you have a bunch of hills everywhere, like,
Yeah.
would a termite mound be cosmetic, or would you like to take that down?
I'm not against the mole killing. I'm just saying I
What-
think it's.
are you an
funny.
advocate for moles?
I'm actually part of a mole advocacy.
He is
group.
free to fee-fi. Go home. No, but I understand. Yes, cosmetic issues, but I'm saying a lot of the things that are able to be killed is like it's an ecosystem thing.
So there was something I saw today that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
So at work we had someone call. Okay, they were a nonprofit, which is great. Love them.
Non-profit, but we do accept donations into our pocket.
Yes. And I'm like, oh, you're a nonprofit. Well, I'm a for-profit business, so no, I'm not donating. No, I'm kidding. No, so I'm just scrolling through their site, clicking on some shit. They help homeless
Why'd they
people.
call
They needed a bus or something.
for free?
Yeah, we get a lot of those.
Really?
Yeah.
And you guys entertain that notion?
No, we're just like, we have charities we already donate to.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you guys
Which
are the
we
first
do.
ones.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No. So the thing is, I'm like, I'll check out the website. I'm not the one who took the call.
Oh,
They
okay.
told me about it afterwards. So I'm looking through it. I'm like, okay. So then there was like a subsidy of it, and it was called like the Box Group or something, right? In the Seattle area, you can. Now I'm not.
You
saying,
gotta watch the subsidies because they kind of.
I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. Who the fuck would do this? And I get a community and everything, but let me explain it. They will build a fully it comes with permits and everything, a tiny home in your backyard for homeless people to live. Now, I think that's a great idea.
I think it means well.
I want to know, and I'm not saying all homeless people are bad, but I'm just saying, like, even a random friend, I'm not letting you build a tiny home in my backyard, let alone someone I don't know.
Yeah, that's just...
Imagine the parties that guy's going to throw. I
wouldn't worried about that. I'd be worried about strangers in my fucking premises 24/7. Like, if you ever had that moment, I didn't lock the door. You'd be like, I didn't lock the door. That's different than we go to work today and just like, fuck, forgot to lock the door today. Yeah, it's like, oh, fucking Reginald's home.
I just thought it was interesting.
Because answer me this. So it's a great thought, but here's the thing.
I get the whole community.
So what?
Thing.
So what? They get that, and they can stay in a more comfortable spot and not do anything.
I guess.
I mean, hey, listen here, and I completely understand that.
Some people are down their luck.
As a homeless person, actually, you literally there's a lot of cases you actually can't find a job because it's like
today's climate.
I'm saying, well, if you don't have a fucking home address, maybe these people have been homeless for years.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So unless they're going to go into somewhere where someone's willing to pay them under the table, a lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then, then maybe it's going to be tough. But either way, how about you just get like I thought they were going to do this thing where they bought this little area of land, not like a hotel, but they put a bunch of little like areas so they can stay there. At least they had somewhere to go to.
Then they fence it off, and then
I'm
kidding. Yeah, that's a concentration camp.
Oh, okay.
They fence it off.
They fence up. Yeah. They have guard towers and snipers. They
bring in the snipers.
And they have chambers, and they give them moldy loaves of bread. They throw. No, I meant just
It's fucking heaven on earth.
I meant its own little community of crackheads working together. They can all hang out in a safe environment. They don't have to sneak under bridges, and they can all stay there. Because I know in the Bay Area, they're starting to do things like that. It's like, hey, you can camp here, you can stay here.
Yeah, just
that's
not
what I meant.
On the sidewalk where people are walking.
Yeah.
First
of all, I feel like this is everything. If I was homeless, I wouldn't want people to see me.
No, of course not.
I would be secluded. Like those guys are in the woods, but that's where I'd be.
Yeah.
I'd be out of there.
But to be honest, if I were to go homeless, there's probably 30 people in both of our lives that would.
Yeah, but you have to understand this. Not everyone has the same thing. Some of those people never had friends. No,
I'm not saying that that's their fault. I'm saying just us personally. Like, I think it'd take a lot for us to go homeless.
Oh, it'd take a lot.
If you went homeless, like, how would you get food? Just steal it, or would you try to raise crops?
Well, you have to think of it this way. You have to think of it this way. Like a lot of the homeless people are older people.
Yeah.
So this is later on in their lives. This isn't necessarily when they're 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, a lot of them are older, like middle-aged, maybe upper 30s. I see 40s. Some young ones, but most of them are.
Yeah.
So at that point in your life, it's like maybe you lost contact with all your friends.
Yeah.
And you only had some family. Maybe your family's
And there's
gone.
a pride thing there. You don't want to be like, hey.
I mean, I feel like I would say hey before I'd sleep under I-5, but I mean.
Yeah, I get that. No, the point I brought that up was it was just like sleeping in my backyard. There's not even
is that the thing? Is that actually what was in the thing? It's like, this will go in your backyard.
Yes, 100%.
What the fuck? Do you have to like sign for it? Like a fucking UPS package? Like just show up, hey, he lives here now.
They freaking build it, the permits and everything. And you don't pay anything, obviously, because it's funded by them.
Why would anyone want it in their fucking yard?
Because it's to help the community.
But
I'm all about the community. Trust me, I volunteer my ass off, but fucking, no, subtle flex. I don't.
No, it's because you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Court ordered.
Yeah. I'm out there picking up trash.
You ever seen that? I forgot what movie it's off of or whatever. He's like, I've been doing a lot of volunteer work. Oh, that's from The Office thing. I've been doing a lot of volunteer work. He's like, isn't that court ordered? He's like, yeah.
Well, I'm in management now. Anger management, but management material nonetheless. No, that was just, it was more just like, because it was funny because like our friend Wyatt has a tiny home.
Yes.
And, I remember him being like, hey, can I put that in your backyard? I'm like, yeah, he was being funny. Like, there's no way, even someone I know that well, am I putting you in my backyard?
Yeah, it'd be different if you have a lot of property and stuff, but that's...
Yeah, but the thing was, in these pictures, it was just like downtown Seattle homes where they don't have acreage.
I don't understand. What's the... Are you telling me people are going to want a homeless guy living in their backyard just because they're trying to be a good person?
But I guess.
I don't think that's part of it. Also, side note, speaking of subsidies, did you see that whole Johnson & Johnson thing?
No.
Didn't
they make the no tears shampoo, but it actually causes tears?
That was not where I was going with that. I was talking about how they were able to get out of their financial bind
What happened?
First of all, Johnson & Johnson is one of the richest corporations in the U.S., first of all. So they have... Is that funny?
No.
Are facts funny?
No, it was just funny. You just sounded like a news reporter. I was actually impressed.
Because they are one of the wealthiest corporations in the United States.
Okay.
And so basically they are not bankrupt. Okay, so basically they had all these lawsuits, like hundreds and hundreds of lawsuits and allegations toward them. Like, this is an insane amount. And so what they did was they got like a subsidy, like a little company that's tied to it, and moved all liability over to there. Oh. And then they made that company go bankrupt. So then it liquidated all of those lawsuits like that.
Oh, shit.
And so, and it's like a gray area in Texas law or some shit.
Interesting.
And they were able to evade any lawsuits or because technically if you're going bankrupt, then it takes away all lawsuits, which is fucking crazy to think about.
I know we're going off the comedy topic here, but we talk about funny shit all the time, so I'm down to go with it. Did you know that and I actually disagree with this, even though I'm very against like rules and laws, like we have too many, I think, for a free country. But there's only 2 countries in the world that allow you to advertise prescription drugs. That is the United States and New Zealand. I find it very strange it's like, hey, here's this drug for blah, blah, blah. Ask your doctor about it. Like, shouldn't the doctor come up with his own diagnosis of...
Yeah, shit, yeah. Isn't that went to school for 12 years before?
Yeah, it's like, oh, so he was sad, but now he's dancing in a jazz club to all the fucking side effects. I don't
think he's dancing to the side effects. I think he's dancing to the...
Well, no, he's dancing within the side effects.
Oh, yeah.
Could cause death, diarrhea, fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, and half of them I already have.
Or he's like, he's riding his lawnmower smiling. Like,
and then he throws the baseball to the kid.
Yeah, which he couldn't do without the allergy medication.
Claritin clear.
It's like, dude, fucking Magic Johnson played in the All-Star team with AIDS.
Yeah.
Relax, guy.
Does AIDS make you tired, though? I mean, because that is something people say a lot.
I actually don't know because I don't have AIDS.
I know, I don't either.
I've AIDS
heard you can get
tired?
an aid. You don't
like singular, just one of them.
Yeah.
Like it goes in half of your body, so half your body dies, the other one works.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, what I'm saying is I've heard that multiple times of like, Magic Johnson played in the All-Star game. It's like,
I mean, it's a serious disease, so I'd assume it makes you tired and sluggish and.
Well, because it's like, okay, like if he had herpes, like, yes, that's awful, but it's not going to affect your athletic prowess.
No. AIDS is something that kills you, so. But here he walks. Is there a cure? We don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Of course there is.
Conspiracy episode.
Yeah, 100%. Of course there is.
Yeah, of course.
Of course there is. If you're rich, you can get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently some fucking drug that might be able to cure cancer came out like this week. Interesting.
I did see something about that, but when they do that, they usually just throw something out there because it's in like early stages, and then you never hear about it again for another couple years.
Yeah, because the rich got to get it first.
Speaking of which, this is a different off-topic thing here.
No.
I read an article. It was about what I want to understand is I understand that if a dog is ravenous and mean and it actually like really hurts someone, they put it down. Why have we gone to a position in which it bites a child and we put it down? Honestly, can we listen here? Let's just throw it. What if the kid antagonized it?
Yeah.
What if the dog? You know what I mean? Let's put down these kids.
Dude, I think kids these days are fucking pussies.
No, they are, but I'm just saying.
You know what happened?
If a dog bites someone, it doesn't mean it should be put down.
Thank you. If a dog bit me in my face...
I'm like a dog. You corner me. I'm going to get feisty. I'm going to growl. I'm going to bite.
When
I was
if I was a child and the dog bit me, my dad would have told him to bite me again because I probably fucking deserved it.
If the dog bit me, I wouldn't tell anyone. I'd bite it on the ear.
Yeah. I'd fight it back. I'd strangle it. The only way it's getting put down is if I put it down myself. It can fight for its own life.
It's an animal. You establish dominance.
Yeah, exactly. It's why it pees on shit.
Or you roll over and let him lick your balls.
I got a funny story with that. There's
you rolled over and let a dog lick your balls?
No, there was someone I know is a fishing tour guide, and you know them, but I'm not naming their name on the podcast. So they were doing a fishing guide, right? They're in the little boat.
Yeah,
the boat. And, it's a gently flowing stream, and they're going past another boat, but it's a girl, like, with her hat down, so she's, like, asleep. Or she's acting like she's not paying attention, just very quiet. They're not talking.
Yeah, because it's just, they're fishing. It's just a quiet, peaceful,
tranquil.
She
doesn't know that they're there.
So they're floating by, basically.
Yes, as they're passing.
She's getting fucked in the boat?
No.
The dog's licking her puss. I've heard
the
the
dog
story.
is licking her puss. And so it's just going.
That's illegal.
Right? So then she catches out the corner of her eye that they're passing. She's like, bad dog in front of him. I'm like,
you guys, you drift by again. She's like on, she's like on all fours. That's fucked up. I wasn't doing it. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, we need to find that lady.
Yeah, find that lady. That's fucking creepy behavior.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, if a dog... Dude, do you remember when Shane Dawson talked about jizzing on the cat?
Dude, fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit.
He's a fucking weirdo. I remember he's like, and then I started humping the cat, and then I'm like, what?
And then he's like, ah! I'm like, dude, you need to be put down.
It's like, you jizzed on a cat. Like, that's not appropriate. That's what happens to these YouTube fucking stars. They just get so out of touch with fucking reality. They don't know what fucking right from wrong.
You know what? There are days where I'm like, wow, like some of these people, these influencers making all this money, and you're like, wow, that would be so awesome. And then like you see clips of like their life, or like you see a short thing on a social media. So I'm like, that looks like the most non-fun thing and toxic thing I've ever seen. There's just those kids when they all get together and here's the thing too.
Then everyone's trying to like one up each other.
I feel like I would want to be famous for like a month. Just enjoy the perks and then be done, because
I think I'd do it for a year.
I don't think I'd do it for a year. I'd do it for like a couple months maybe. I'd do it for a year. I'd enjoy the perks of it. Because
are you talking about like Kardashian level famous?
Just any
Bieber famous, like a household name famous?
Okay, a famous as in like you step out and you're gonna get recognized by like 8 out of 10 people kind of thing.
Okay,
maybe not like Drake or Michael Jackson, not like that, but I'm saying any celebrity that's pretty well known. Well known. It doesn't have to be the best, but either way, I feel like that would get very annoying after a while, and you're just. It would be exciting for that first month. It's like, okay, I'd be taking pictures of paparazzi. I'd be like, let's go, let's take pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
But after so long, it would just get so fucking annoying, and I completely understand why people are just so.
The biggest problem is like like Keanu Reeves doesn't even like when he puts his arm around someone, doesn't even touch their shoulder.
Yeah, because next allegations, he groped this woman
because he went like this. And it's like, do you remember when human touch was just like? It's like, hey, like, I love you. And then,
it's an old thing.
If you have money, then they're going to be like, it was sexual.
Oh, yeah. The same way how people never used to lock their doors in the 80s and the 70s and all that shit. Now
what happened to us?
Or like back even when we were kids. All right, we're going out. We're going to go play. Like, all right, be home for dinner. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It's either there were no like child molesters or they were just really good back then.
But Alex had a good point, though. It's because there was no... Alex?
Your girlfriend?
Who the fuck else?
No, I just said she had a good point.
No, she had a good point.
I'm kidding. I know she's gonna listen.
She had a good point. She said, because at that point, social media wasn't such a prevalent thing. You never heard about it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So you don't really. You were just under the impression that it never happened.
Yeah.
Actually, in reality, in those times, 80s, 70s, some of the most like the Charles Manson murders, some of those fucked up things happened in the 80s and 70s.
We only got it from the O'Reilly factor. I mean?
So I mean, if
the
Twitter,
no spin zone.
If Twitter was fucking around then, Charles Manson would have been on everyone's fucking feed all the time. You know what I mean?
Dude, imagine if freaking like Hitler or Stalin was tweeting like Donald Trump did.
Oh, yeah. That'd be crazy. Can you imagine the Hitler subtweets? Yeah, like the war is over. Like we got Hitler, he tweets, LOL.
LOL sent from iPhone. Sent from bunker. He tags his location.
Sent from bunker.
It was another thing. I saw an ad for fucking Transformers, and
those movies gotta die now.
I think they're done, right? I remember we tried.
Well, they had a Bumblebee movie.
Bumblebee.
But here's the thing. I will say the first 3
with Shia
and Megan were fucking amazing. Were amazing. Revenge of the Fallen is probably my favorite one. The first one, you can't go wrong with it. That's when the world fell in love with Megan Fox and everything that she's glorified for.
Oh yeah.
But I will say those ones were good.
Do you remember
they were very good.
Remember
but
when they kissed in the Camaro? Oh my
yeah, I do.
Fuck.
That was when the Megan Fox legend was born. Was in that movie.
She wasn't in anything after that, was she?
No, she was in some movies, but not as big as that. I don't think.
It's weird how some people will have like it's either like a breakout role or it's their only role.
But you have to understand this: when you have something that's that big, you continue probably to get paid royalties or whatever, depending on your contract. So you actually probably don't need to, like the same way the Marvel characters, how big those fucking movies all are. They probably never have to work again. They don't want to.
Yeah, Robert Downey was Dr. Dolittle, and that paid millions.
Eddie Murphy was better, but
Was Eddie Murphy in it?
Eddie Murphy was the original Dr. Dolittle.
I did not know there was an original one. Aaron made me go see that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy was the original Dr. Dolittle, and they were actually
that.
pretty good. Daddy Daycare was also a good one. Eddie Murphy.
I
These are films that are family friendly. I'm naming, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was a good one.
No, so anyways, bringing up Transformers, it was like I remember. Well, actually, I sometimes get it confused with G-Force, the fucking hamster movie. Because remember,
you keep saying you said that for 2 episodes now. I don't fucking know what you're talking about. The G-Force hamsters. I don't know. I have no idea.
The G-Force movie.
No,
remember,
I don't know
it was
what
little
the
guinea
fuck you're
pigs.
saying.
Little guinea pigs, and they were spies.
I don't know.
Okay, well, anyways, the theme song of it was "Boom Boom Pow," which was great soundtrack.
What a good song. Yeah.
But no, in the movie. We're talking about G-Force here.
Why are we talking? I thought you were talking about Transformers.
Well, because in the movie, all the appliances turn into robots and kill things.
Not all of them, but a lot of them do.
I'm talking about G-Force.
Oh. Why the fuck are we still talking about fucking hamster spies?
This is where boom, 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 and the hamsters are doing somersaults and shit. They're taking out. Okay, anyways. No, but like, do you ever remember what was the dumbest Transformer you ever saw?
Okay, well, in the movie or the one I could just make up in my head?
I remember Family Guy did one. And it was like, it was the Transformer. And he's like, "What do you even turn into?" He's like, "A rowboat." And then he turns, and goes, "There's a little paddle." She's like, "Oh." He's like, "Well, if there's a paddle on a gently flowing stream, you'll need me."
Yeah, but I'm in the movie. I mean, I could think of some, but I would say because in the movie, remember the guy was holding the Xbox, that thing turned, the girl's Escalade steering wheel turned, then the Mountain Dew vending machine started shooting liters of Mountain Dew missiles. It's like, okay, so it's a vending machine that turns. If anyone's seen, I think it was the first Transformers, because the cube touches the ground, sends a shockwave, everything starts turning, all the technology things start to turn against people.
Yeah.
And then this vending machine goes, and then he starts shooting missiles. It's like, okay, so this Mountain Dew turned into gas-fueled propelled missiles.
No, like the amount of energy that cube, like what kind of energy is that cube? Because you're actually changing the.
And then also, well, remember it was the size of a town. Bumblebee grabbed it and he was able to hold it. It
was the size of a town.
It was the size of a town. It was in that whole. It was under the Hoover Dam or whatever. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like huge. There was like all these forklifts and shit going on. I just realized how funny that sounded. No, there were all these railways they built around it because it was huge. It was like the size of the whole facility.
Yeah.
And then Bumblebee goes, and it folds into itself into like a beefy 5 size. And then he holds it. He's like, I got it. Yeah, we're good.
It's like, why did you just call me first before you built a whole fucking Area 51 around this thing?
Yeah, and then Megatron was frozen in there. And then all of a sudden the one robot hops in there, hops on the keys, types in 2 lines of code, hacks the entire system, powers out. And then all of a sudden the cooling system doesn't work because this guy wrote Echo off or whatever.
Title 1
color OA. And then it
that
just
was
worked.
green.
Yeah.
That
was the original Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I remember.
That was good.
Yeah. But yeah.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about bats. You could do like
if you guys don't remember that, you
Notepad.
could save it as a bat file and then you click on it and it has the Matrix effect. You put it on people's computers, you'd feel cool.
It was :1 dir/s go to 1.
You have to save it as a .bat.
Yeah.
I do.
And then you save it as Google Chrome, make a shortcut. Put
Yeah,
the icon on it.
or you go on someone's computer and then open it, like, and run away, and they come, "What's this?" You're like, "I just fucking hacked your computer."
Yeah, I'm a hacker.
No, actually, there's Speaking of which, this is totally not going to resonate with anybody, but there is actually a bat file back then we didn't really know about. You could do that, but apparently it was the same. It was the same process, but those when they would go, it would be a bunch of numbers and files, actual files, in which would overload the computer's hard drive and actually crash it.
I actually know what you're talking about. So what it was, okay, so :1 and then go to 1, that's a repeat. So that's what you do.
It just
so
redoes the process.
So what you could do is open and then the link to the bat file.
Yeah, and then it would open that file.
Open,
and then it would actually overload the fucking computer.
Yeah, because then it opened up 10,000.
Good thing we didn't know at the time, because if we did, I would have fucked up.
Or you could just do delete percent system32%.
What does that do?
Deletes Windows system32.
Oh yeah.
When you reboot it.
Have you ever shut down the task for it? The whole computer goes.
Dude, it's like in fucking National Treasure when they fucking, he's like, I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence, and they go in there, and so then he puts the little cream on the fucking jewel, and he gives it to her, and then she's got it.
Yeah,
Apparently she doesn't wash her hands, and then
Okay, well that's attainable though. In National Treasure, when he gets her fingerprint, that's an attainable thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying he put the stuff so that she touched it on the coin, and then she pushed the letters for the password, right?
Yeah, but if she didn't wash her hands, it would be there.
Yeah. So 1, gross. 2,
But either way, though, you would see the numbers and you'd have to guess the
no, but
the
I'm
way
saying,
in which the numbers.
What fucking government facility has a 1-word, all lowercase password? Like, God, Nick Cage, like at least
They
make it believable.
probably have like facial recognition now.
Yeah.
They don't even use that shit probably.
Well, I heard the fucking eye scan is like very cheap and almost impossible to hack.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, what are you gonna do? Walk and take a grapefruit spoon, grab this guy's eye, and then put it up to the thing to get the grapefruit spoon. That's what they would use back in the day. To you know that.
No.
A grapefruit spoon.
What is a grapefruit spoon?
It's okay, so it's a spoon with like the spikes on the side that you would use to scoop out the grapefruit.
Oh, I
like
do.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
And they would use that.
Thought it was
this
just
is
like a fancy
This
spoon.
is like not now, but I'm saying apparently in torture to fucking rip people's eye out and scoop their eye out of their fucking socket.
No shit.
Yeah, it's fucking disturbing.
So, say you have some vital information, okay? And I've thought about this many times.
Okay.
Okay, someone's got to torture you.
Someone has to torture me?
Yeah, so you were going to, like, you're hanging, and it's like...
I'm chained up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ass up, hoping they take the ass over torturing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you do got cake. Like, what is the thing that's going to be like, I'm giving up the information?
Any slightest pain. If we're anyone who
goes like this.
anyone who comes in here and is like, oh, honestly, they would have to chop my legs off. It's like, dude, no. Honestly, like, there's so many torturing things that you could do that would just.
Once they
You
start
would have to
revving
have
the chainsaw,
you would have to
like,
have like the strongest resolve to be able to withstand that. Like, honestly, if it would depend the information I'm holding, honestly. But if it was something that regarded like a family member, someone I love that put them in danger, I would try my best to hold out, of course. And then I'd make up something like, oh yeah, they're over here when they're not over there.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it would not take much probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I thought you were gonna ask me what I would do to somebody to get information out.
Oh, well, let's talk about that next. Mine would be to get me slugs or spiders.
Slugs don't hurt you.
No, it would gross me out to the point where I'd just.
Are you serious? That's a pussy move. That would get you to give important information.
I'm not talking about a slug on my arm. I'm talking about immersing me in a bucket of slugs.
That's not even painful though.
I would be just.
Someone could
puking.
do something.
Hey Rex, can
super
you grab me one?
fucking gross, and I would not give up my information.
Can you grab me one? Oh yeah. Oh, what did you think I said?
She's like snuck away.
She's stuck in it. Thanks.
Hi, say hi.
Oh, she got camera shy.
She's not camera shy at work.
So what would you? So you have to torture someone. What's the first thing you're doing? I mean, I'm getting some jumper cables, some motor oil.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with what you have to do. You can't start off strong because you want them to be able to have the strength to give them what you want. And in considering, you have to keep that fear up.
You have thought about
You have to keep the fear up. So you're going to do something that mentally is degrading, that kind of smushes morale, that kind of gives them losing the will to hold that information any longer.
What, playing like Coraline or something, a shitty movie?
The first thing I'm doing is, I mean, I honestly don't want to go into this because then it makes me look like I'm a fucking serial killer. But I'm gonna say it depends. If this is something that information I need to get, let's clarify this. If this is information that I need to get that involves, let's just say they know where my family is and they're in danger,
exactly,
and I need this douchebag to tell me,
and he's a piece of shit,
and he's a piece of shit. Then
he deserves.
And
this.
in that instance, I wouldn't have any remorse.
Yeah, of course.
And so that's just that's the Irish sweepstakes there. So basically, I would start out. Is it just me in a room and him? Like, I get whatever tools at my disposal?
I mean, I think I'd be there watching, but yeah.
Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is he's going to be obviously like, tied to a chair, and I'm going to take probably one of those steel hammers, and I'm going to open, like, he's having no shoes on, and I'm going to smash every one of his toes.
That's good.
To start, and then fingers. And then after that...
I've thought about it.
No, I have not.
Wow. No, it's impressive.
No, and then I'm going to get sulfuric acid and dip his fingertips in it and hold it there.
Until he tells you.
Yeah, until he tells me. And if at that point he still has some strong resolve, well, then we're going to have to resort to some really disturbing things I'm not going to share.
Good. Yeah,
That's to get my family back.
Yeah, to get my family back, I I mean, so I wouldn't.
Or like a Phillips head drill.
So I had the same idea with the feet, but not with a hammer. It was just gonna be like a straight up, like a pocket knife, and just start around the foot.
This is getting disturbing. Okay.
No, I mean, there's not like fucking, he's not gonna die from the foot.
You just turn on like the movie Cats and play it on replay until he tells.
But the one with the buttholes.
Yeah, you just put a Cats on.
Yeah, apparently Cats never saw the movie. Which by the way, wasn't James? What the fuck's his name?
Corden.
Gordon was in that.
It's Corden.
Corden. Apparently he was singing in that. And then apparently they all had buttholes, and before it released, they had to CGI out the buttholes.
Can I also be honest here? Speaking of which, I don't think he's that funny.
He's not.
I do think he's a great.
But he has an accent. So
I do actually think he's a great TV host. Like, if you ever watch him interact with stars,
yeah.
I think he's a very good TV host.
He's not funny.
And like being on screen, he's good. But I don't think he's funny.
There's something about Americans when we just get a little bit of an accent, we just go fucking wild.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you have an accent, you have a 10 times better making.
Imagine Emma Watson without the accent.
No,
I mean, still beautiful, but
she's still my woman.
But freaking, the accent is just like the little cherry on top.
It's a bonus, of course, but like even if she didn't, it's that's the same thing.
She's still gorgeous. I'm saying,
but here
the accent
I will
just
say this.
brings it
I
all
will
together.
say this. You know whose accent tops them off the best? When I say that, Russell Brand.
Yeah.
He's
That's
like
his
he is funny, but also like the way he articulates and talks. Have you ever there's like whole like compilations of him flirting with people, because he used to be a crazy sex addict and drug addict, like on
Probably
interviews
still
and shit. It's so fucking funny the way he would articulate himself and
What
talk.
is he famous for? Because he's not in that many movies.
Well, he's in a lot of popular movies. I mean, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Get Him to the Greek with Jonah Hill.
Yeah, but those were all somewhat recent. Like, what got him his fame? Like, I don't know where he came from.
Well, I think he's always been an actor.
feel
I
like
think
he
he also did music, I think, too.
Aldous Snow. Yeah.
I don't know if that was actually true, but
Oh.
I'd like Aldous Snow was actually his name. But I'm saying he also
Well,
he's wrote books too.
Because Aldous Snow did what was the song? African Child, which was really bad.
I don't recall,
You
but I will say
just watch the movie.
what?
Get Him to the Greek.
No,
Remember
I did.
Was
I didn't watch the movie. I watched the trailer.
Oh,
I didn't. I've watched that movie once when it came out. And I haven't seen it since.
No, but he did that song African Child, which was like super racist.
But no, he's wrote books too, and now he's a intellectual. But
it's weird how that happens.
do you see my story of him at the bake?
The
celebrity bake thing, and he gets the 2, and he has
2
like
grams.
the 1 gram, and he's like, I actually did 2 grams of this off instinct. And he starts laughing in the camera.
Dude, it's funny how people go from crackhead to intellectual so quick, like Mike the Situation.
But they never forget the roots, you know.
Yeah, but it's just like, but then they have to like overcompensate for how much of a dick they were, and
Yeah,
So then they're like, everything's positive, you know.
Yeah.
Look on the bright side. It's like, shut the fuck up. You were doing coke a year ago.
Shut the fuck up. You were smoking crack.
Yeah. You ever smoke crack?
No, I have not had the pleasure of smoking
I
crack.
have not had the pleasure either.
Yeah.
Should we try it?
No,
on the podcast?
I don't. Dude, they're ripping the bong. It's crack. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not my forte.
I wouldn't know who's never done it, but
What that? I ever see that? I saw like a tweet. I'm sure you see this tweet too. Is when like all the parents for so many years, which makes sense, were like freaking out about like the weed era and shit. But it's like, dude, in your guys' era, crack was like the thing. So like, how about you fucking relax?
I think we need to bring that back.
Crack?
No. No, coke. Like, it'd be cool if you could go like a coke dispensary.
Well, they actually have been in talks of like legalizing a bunch of shit.
Well,
I mean, it's never okay. Cocaine's never gonna happen.
No, but did you know? And this is 100% fact. You can look it up. Obviously, extremely difficult. Cocaine is a Schedule II drug, which means you can get a prescription for it, and people have gotten it for cluster headaches.
Really?
Yep.
Where do the pharmacies?
That's the first thing I thought. I don't know where that comes from.
I don't think Big Pharma's out in the jungle
Thing
stomping
is,
on leaves.
I have the most reliable source. Hamilton Morris was on Joe Rogan. And
really?
that is expert.
He is an expert. He is an expert. And he's fucking smart. He's
like a certified fucking genius. His IQ is through the fucking
he's a
roof.
certified OG.
Yeah, and he does
Original genius?
Ah!
Nice,
No,
man.
but he fucking said it. He was like, yes, I know someone. And the thing is cluster headaches, you can't fucking prove because you can just be like, ow, my head hurts.
It's like in Shameless when Frank gets a bunch of like money from like the government and shit like that. He's like, yeah, I tell him I get headaches. Try telling me I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like stealing candy from a baby.
Yeah.
No, but no, he literally said he knew someone who got a prescription for cocaine, and the prescription said snorted through the nose.
What?
Now that
is there a conspiracy? All the drugs that are confiscated through the U.S. government, is that used by Big Pharma?
I don't know.
But
what I do want to know...
Would that not be the easiest way, though?
Exactly. So it's like
instead of getting it yourself, you just use the confiscated drugs?
I would think so.
I mean,
what
do you really think when the Border Patrol seizes 80 tons of cocaine, like
where does all this go?
Or do you have an
we
80
properly dispose of it? Do you give it to Trump?
Do you have an 80-ton evidence locker?
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know.
Dude, if I'm a cop and I see that shit. Okay. I'm just
Are you telling me you're sticking your nose in there?
No, I mean, but this is what I'm gonna say. Say I'm the captain of the precinct, right?
But I guess at that point it's like, dude, when you look at that, you're like, you know how much money that thing's worth?
I'm gonna just say, say I was the captain of the precinct, right? And it hasn't been checked into evidence yet. I'm gonna find my closest dudes that are like, okay, I'm gonna be like, hey, stay after work a little bit, And before we check in that it's a pound of coke, maybe it's 0.8 pounds of coke. I'd do one for my fucking team,
I mean, you resell a couple of those and you're retired.
I'm not talking about making money off it. I'm just talking about a good night with the coworkers.
I was talking about making money.
I'm just talking about I'm a captain. I got fucking
you got morale to
I
keep
got retirement coming. I was
thinking about this. You get pensions and
exactly. I'm not gonna risk that, but I'm saying okay,
pensions aren't that great.
I'm saying
honestly. I feel like
freaking Kowalski hasn't freaking checked it. Kowalski hasn't checked it into the evidence locker yet on how much it weighs.
What kind of okay? If you were a police officer, let's say how you have a partner and we were partners. We were in a squad car.
Yeah.
What kind of cops do you think? Do you think that we would actually be good cops?
No. Dude, you know how many times we'd go to a party and be like, all right, this is kind of fun. You guys just keep it down.
Yeah, okay.
You think we're gonna hand out MIPs?
Yeah, our fucking quotas.
I just trying to find the douchiest guys there and do it to them. And the girls, are you 18? You'll get out of it.
Did you give MIPs only to the bullies?
The guy with the 40 hands. He doesn't deserve one.
He's had enough trouble. No, but not that. But I'm saying overall, do you think we'd be good cops? I feel like we could chase some motherfuckers down.
Yeah, I think we'd be good.
I feel like we would be too understanding.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
And we would let people go. We shouldn't let people let go.
Yeah.
There'd be a guy be driving. We're just hey, have a good day. He's like, okay.
It's bro, I'll follow you home. I'd do one of those. Especially when it came to teenagers.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because it's a 40-year-old guy. It's dude, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, when it's a young kid, it's dude, this person doesn't even know he's about to ruin his life.
There's no idea. Yeah, I
that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think we'd be good cops physically, but I think that.
Is it? Oh, sorry. Finish.
I think that if you and I were in a cop car together,
would we solve much?
Not a lot.
We're good problem solvers.
We are good problem solvers.
Okay, that's the thing. I don't think I'd want to be a beat cop, a normal cop. I feel like I would actually being a detective and solving cases would actually be thrilling.
I think I'd be good at it too.
Yeah, I think we'd be good at it.
Yeah. I can catch a lot of bullshit.
I'll refer you to my partner, Detective James Spence.
This sounds like a case for Wheels.
I don't know if this is this is a weird thing to say. I don't know if you've ever thought of this. But I've always kind of thought it'd kind of be cool to be in a shootout.
Yeah, cool.
I don't want to be in a shootout. If I could be in a shootout without the risk of being hurt, then that would be cool. It would be cool.
I think that's the only cool part.
It'd be cool
if you have immunity.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's kind of a cheat code, but that's the point. I'm saying, but I feel like it would kind of you're crushed. I look over, you're just
no, dude.
Reloading.
No,
you toss me a clip. I put it in. I get the Mossberg pump. I send one through his chest.
What I've actually thought of several times is when the Ukraine thing started and people talking about getting drafted. If you and me were in the same company,
I'd smoke so many Lucky Strikes.
Yeah, that
in a foxhole.
But I always imagine you and I getting out of a fucking a hostile situation and we're in the car and you're out the window with an RPG. There's a rubber barricade. I'm wait for it. You're no. I'm wait for it. And then you fucking hit it and then we go through.
But here's the thing. We wouldn't be cheering. It's oh wow, I just saw 8 people get chopped up.
At some point you just become numb to it.
Yeah, but it takes a little time. But yeah.
I think I'd lose count after 10 bodies on my belt.
I don't think you would get that far. I think we'd both be dead before 2.
You and I could murk some people.
Anyone can murk someone with a gun.
I'm just saying, you and I are pretty lucky.
I feel like
I'm just going to focus on that.
I feel like I've seen too many movies and I've played way too many video games. Like, it'd be a point like we're getting ambushed. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to, I'll drop my gun. I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to sneak around. I'm going to sneak around behind him and just get them all. And then I'm just going to get killed.
But I could see you doing that and somehow getting away with
overconfidence. Just overconfidence is fuck.
The thing is,
I've seen way too many fucking movies.
If you and I were in the battlefield, I could see you doing some like crackhead shit, but somehow just like getting away with it.
Like crawling on the roof behind him.
Yeah.
Have the knife in my mouth. Rappel behind him.
No, I'm sitting there with my hands up. I just see they all fall.
I would want to be a sniper, dude. That would be fucking cool.
I mean, you're in the safest spot.
Yeah, but if you want to confirm your kills.
Shit. That's why I'm on the ground getting the dog tags. Huh?
But
How do you confirm a kill? You have to grab the dog. But they're a militia. They don't have government issued tags.
No, it's
and
not,
what if it's a nickname?
That's not what it means to confirm a kill. I mean, first of all, everyone has body cams and shit on. I'm saying you just have to confirm that
not through the sniper scope.
I mean, like if you shoot someone and then like you see a move and then they get dragged away, that's not a confirmed kill.
Okay.
Because you don't know they're dead.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, if I'm going for dog tags, I'd just be nervous that, like, I'd come back with my kill, and then it would be like, oh, this guy's name was what? J Money, you know, like it'd be some.
Because I'm sure snipers have sniped a lot of guys, but like you don't get a confirmed kill because like the long shots are places you don't want to go.
That's true.
Yeah,
a sniper would be fucking.
That would be pretty cool to just clap.
Not that it's fun.
Imagine clapping someone's melon from a mile away with a Barrett. Boof!
And then you wait. Just fucking.
I mean, that might be a little violent, but I'm just saying I think that'd be kind of cool to snipe somebody.
I'm saying if I'm getting drafted, that's what I'd like to do. Yeah.
But apparently,
I don't want to be the fucking grunt man on the front lines.
That's insanely hard to do. To be
I mean, I'd definitely hold your wind meter for you.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
We were spotters, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It's like, wind 30 degrees to the left.
You have your little notepad. Writing it down.
2 clicks up.
Did you know that actually even at like the shots that like I'm talking sniper shots from like a mile or close to like a mile away, even the rotation of the earth even comes into effect.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think flat earthers have any
flat earthers?
Like, dude, you know me, I will dive into conspiracies as much as I want. I don't believe them all. That one.
Which one?
Flat earth.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What I've actually
Well, actually they debunked that in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
I've actually looked up like points that prove a flat earth, and it's always just like I don't get like a bullet point list. I just get like
I think I feel like there's too many facts proving otherwise. It's like
there's also too many planes in the fucking sky.
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand. It's like, dude, do you really think that? Okay, so if you think it's flat, do you think there's space? Do you think there's a fucking pancake floating through space? Do you think, you know what I mean? It's just
the other thing is like, so if you ever seen the flat Earth map, Japan is here and Hawaii is here. So you're telling me for Pearl Harbor, they went all the way fucking across?
Yeah, it's like that's exactly right there.
They made a 100,000-mile journey.
Yeah.
On one tank of gas.
Yeah, and they didn't land, and then some of them still made it back. Like, what do you mean?
No, I'm serious. On the flat Earth map, Japan's here, Hawaii's
here.
Yeah,
but I'm saying you go. Yeah, it's not that far actually.
Pearl Harbor's in Hawaii, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, it's in Hawaii. Yeah.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, I don't get. I would encourage anyone who's a flat earther, if they're rich, which I feel like a lot of rich people are. How about you just fucking hop on a plane, start at the top, and go to the bottom, see if you fall off, and then I guess your thing's debunked, right?
I feel like people have done that.
Oh, they have, but maybe not the flat earthers.
You know what is strange? Antarctica is the only place you can't go.
Yeah, legally, no, you can't. Actually, did you know that
that is signed by like 90% of the countries.
In Antarctica, did you know, this is confirmed, this is 1,000% true, there is a like a safe hold, like a big safe hold of millions of plant seeds and all of these things that could basically revitalize a civilization if need be.
There's also parts of it that are sunny and have palm trees, if you didn't know that.
Did not know that.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. But I do know that there's like a big, like the government has a huge like safe / dwelling place with millions of plant seeds and all of these things that if things were to go to shit, that there'd be a lot of shit there.
So the last thing we're going on Antarctica, not a conspiracy, 100% real thing. Hitler sent, I don't remember the general's name. They sent him down there with like this to like explore it, and then something sent them back, killed like half their men, all of their battleships and shit, and they barely made it back alive.
Really?
Interesting. Well, we're at 45.
45.
Shit.
Fuck, we really went off that one.
God, we fucking rambled.
Yeah, we did. Well, thank you guys for listening. It was a interesting episode. A lot of ups and downs and sides and thumbs up and thumbs down, ass up, face down.
A lot of tables were turned.
Yeah, they were. Jack, where can they find you?
You can find me at Jack_SpenceZ. Where can they find you?
I hate when you do that. Isaiah_Lesney. Or both of our Instagrams at the Around the Lunch Table Instagram page.
I didn't mention it at the beginning. Hopefully a lot of you listen this far. Patreon. Check out the patreon.com/aroundthelunchtable to get episodes early-ish. We're getting there. And, support the podcast. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort to do shit like this. Exclusive episodes as well. Conspiracy one, hopefully coming out soon. Also, merch. We're figuring out if there's any artists out there, please DM us. We need an artist for our merch. So,
yeah, ours moved away. Miss you, Jake.
We love you. He's actually the guy who did that. Great, very talented man. So if you're not as talented as that, then fuck off. But we need some good shit. So
that is true. And if you can't see it on the camera, it's actually the funniest part about the painting is Jack has a fucking flat top. He looks
no muscle definition.
Well, I mean, you can only see chest high. You can't really see.
But you have the fucking.
I have one line in the center of my chest.
You have the collarbones too. I got nothing.
Well, because my collarbones really show.
So do mine.
Not as much as mine.
I'm just saying, Jake, I'm not fucking fat. I'm just,
We weigh the same.
I know. I'm not fat. I'm just.
You're not fat. You're husky.
What did Daniel Schuler say?
Oh, you filled out good.
I filled out good.
You filled out good, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening. Hope you guys have a good week. We will see you next week.
We didn't even talk about our weekend. Damn it.
Oh, yeah, we didn't.
We'll talk about it next podcast.
We'll talk about it next podcast.
Yeah. Fuck. We had a crazy
hope
weekend.
You guys had a great work week, and I hope that our podcast is helping you through your work week. So anyways.
Around the lunch table, heaven through the earbuds.
That's exactly what it is. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. We'll let you know on Instagram about the merch drops, et cetera, et cetera. But anyways, thank you guys for coming, and see ya. Let's get rowdy up in here.